Welcome back to Coins World, the ultimate destination for coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and those looking to uncover hidden treasures in their pocket change. Today, we are diving deep into the 1972 Lincoln Memorial Cent, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but holds a fascinating history, valuable errors, and key details that every collector should know, from its origins to the minting process, major varieties, and how to determine its true worth. This video will cover everything you need to know about the 1972 penny. The story of the 1972 Lincoln cent begins in the early 20th century when the United States Mint decided to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the nation's coinage. Before 1909, all U.S. coins featured classical designs, often depicting Lady Liberty. But to mark the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln Wheat Penny, designed by Victor David Brenner. This coin was historic as it was the first time a real, historical figure was featured on an American circulating coin. The Wheat Penny design, which featured two wheat stalks on the reverse, remained in circulation until 1958. However, in 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was redesigned to feature the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo. This brings us to the 1972 Lincoln Memorial Cent, which continued the tradition of featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The 1972 penny was struck at 3 U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with each mint producing millions of these coins. The mint mark, if present, is located just below the date on the obverse. Coins struck in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while those minted in Denver bear a small d, and those from San Francisco have an S mint mark. The composition of the 1972 penny. Before we get into the rare and valuable varieties, let's discuss the metal composition of this coin. The 1972 Lincoln penny was part of the copper era, meaning it was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. This composition had been used since 1962, when tin was removed from the alloy used in previous cents. Each 1972 penny weighs 3.11 grams, but it's important to note that in 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a zinc core with a copper-plated surface, significantly reducing the weight to 2.5 grams. Because of this, free 1982 Lincoln cents, including the 1972 issue, are sometimes hoarded for their higher copper content, as the copper melt value is often higher than face value. The 1972 penny mintage. Now let's take a look at the mintage figures for each mint that produced the 1972 Lincoln cent. Philadelphia Mint no mint. Mark: 2,933,255,000. Denver Mint D. Mint mark: 2,665,071,400. San Francisco Mint S. Mint mark: 376,939,108. You can see the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced billions of pennies, making the standard 1972 penny a common coin in circulation. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, produced significantly fewer coins, but they are still not considered rare under normal circumstances. The most valuable 1972 pennies, double die are. What makes the 1972 Lincoln penny special is the 1972 double die obverse DDO variety, which is one of the most well-known and sought-after double dies in modern U.S. coinage. This error occurred due to a misalignment during the hubbing process, where the design was accidentally stamped twice onto the die, creating a noticeable doubling effect. The most famous 1972 double die obverse DDO variety is known as FS101, which features strong doubling on the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust at the top of the coin. Unlike minor doubling that can be caused by machine doubling, which is not considered valuable, this true double die variety is highly collectible and can command significant premiums. There are several different double die varieties for the 1972 penny, but FS101 is the most prominent and valuable. If you happen to find a 1972 penny with strong doubling on the obverse, especially around the date and lettering, you may have a rare and valuable coin. Other notable 1972 penny errors. Aside from the famous double die obverse, there are several other errors and varieties that collectors look for in the 1972 penny series. Machine doubling. Unlike a true double die, machine doubling occurs when the die shifts slightly during the strike, causing a flat and shelf-like doubling effect. This is not a true double die and does not add value. Center strikes. Some 1972 pennies were struck off-center due to misaligned dies. Depending on how much of the design is missing, off-center errors can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $100 for extreme cases. Clipped blankets. This occurs when a portion of the planchette coin blank is missing due to an error in the minting process. These can be valuable depending on the size and shape of the clip. Struck through errors. Occasionally, foreign material like grease can get between the die and the planchette, resulting in weak or missing details on the coin. How much is a 1972 penny worth? The value of a 1972 Lincoln cent depends on several factors, including condition, errors, and rarity. A standard 1972 penny in circulated condition is generally worth only face value, though some uncirculated examples, graded MS-65 or higher, can fetch $10 to $30. However, the 1972 doubled die obverse FS101 is where the real money is. Circulated FS101 examples can sell for $100 to $300. Uncirculated examples MS63, MS65 range from $500 to $1,500. High-grade examples MS66, MS67 have been known to sell for over $3,000 at auctions. Final thoughts. The 1972 Lincoln Memorial cent is an interesting and historically significant coin, not just because of its ties to Lincoln, but also due to the famous double die variety that has become a key target for collectors. While most 1972 pennies are common and worth only their face value, rare errors and high-grade examples can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you ever come across a 1972 penny, take a close look under magnification. You might just have a valuable treasure hiding in your collection. That wraps up our deep dive into the 1972 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest coin hunting guides. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a 1972 double die penny, and we'll see you in the next video.